KZ103 with Tawny, and I have somebody really special on the phone with me, Robby Takac from the Goo Goo Dolls. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Just got off our bus, actually, a couple seconds ago.
So how many of these interviews do you have to do a day?
Well, it depends. I usually try to keep it down to about 4 or 5, because after 4 or 5, you start getting you start sounding annoyed, and that's no good,
And I'm sure people don't ask the same questions over and over again.
Never, ever.
Well, I have to tell y'all, you've just saved my life, because my anniversary is the day after y'all are coming, which, y'all are coming up this Sunday, and my husband is the hardest man on earth to buy a gift for. And when I found out you guys were coming, I was like, oh my God, this is the perfect gift, the best gift for him ever. So I'm so excited about that.
Awesome. I'm glad we can be a part of your special day. How nice is that?
And if you could come back at Christmas, because I have a hard time coming up with Christmas gifts for him. And then his birthday is 2 weeks after Christmas, so if you could come back in January.
You know what, man? Just send us your schedule, and we'll make it all work out for you.
Awesome. So that would be great. Now, a lot of folks probably don't realize you guys have been around since the 80s.
Yeah, it's 25 years this year. Crazy.
I have to ask, because you guys have been together for so long, and I know there's got to be tensions. Have you ever actually gotten in a fight before?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
really?
My goodness, yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, verbal altercations pretty much on a daily basis.
Oh.
But I mean, it's just part of, being in a relationship with somebody, I mean, we've been doing our thing as long as, a lot of folks have been married, and give and take scenario, that it does in any relationship. So it hasn't come to blows in about a decade, though. So
can I ask who kicked whose butt?
Well, we usually... The only time we gotten ourselves in those positions, we made sure there was someone around to make sure we didn't actually kill each other. So
here you go, somebody to intercede.
Exactly.
You actually were in radio, weren't you, early on in your career?
Yeah. I actually still voice a couple stations right now, actually.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't do any on-air stuff, but I do like the imaging and stuff for couple stations up here upstate. Well,
you definitely got the voice for it, but you're very smart to have gotten out of radio, because I know you already know this. There's no money to be made in radio. I mean, none.
I think that aside from being an attorney or a banker, that's pretty much the case across the board these days.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You and John mainly write the band songs, don't you?
Yeah.
And y'all kind of trade off the lead vocals, but is it true that you actually were the band's lead singer to begin with?
Only because we didn't have one, yeah. Yeah, only because, we're still trying to find our footing, but I think, we found a pretty comfortable equation at this point.
Oh, well, it definitely works, but I love a lot of your songs, and on the newer album, well, not new, but newer, Something for the Rest of Us, you've got a great song called Now I Hear. It's just a beautiful song.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I still do a couple every record.
How do you, I know you get asked this question a lot, but I have no artistic talent, so I'm always curious, how do y'all write music? I mean, is it like a Elton John, Bernie Taupin thing where one writes the lyrics and another writes the music? How do you work that out?
No, we pretty much come in with ideas and then, hash it out as a band after. Then, the process kind of, of being in a band kind of takes over at that point.
Is it true you guys started out with a different name for the band that folks might be a little surprised at?
Well, we deny it all the time.
Will you say what it was?
Yes, it is true. No, not voluntarily.
Okay, we'll leave that off the radio then.
There you go. Yeah, visit your local Google site, my friends.
There you go.
You'll be able to figure that one out quickly.
Well, now, how did y'all come up with Goo Goo Dolls?
Just, we were in a time crunch, and at the time we sort of thought that it was about the most ironic name we could come up with. We were a very fast, hard, sort of post-punk band, and so we ended up, picking a name that feels a little bit silly to say these days, but I guess it doesn't mean that much anymore. It's just sort of a label for what we do, I guess, at this point.
Oh, but it's a great, memorable name. Well, that's the whole thing. You want something memorable. And it's definitely memorable. Okay, now what is the wildest thing you've ever received from a fan that you could actually tell on the radio?
I just got a huge painting from a girl last night of some punk rock guy's head with a mohawk made of 12-inch vinyl records. That's pretty crazy, right? And that was just last night, so that's the closest, that's the most recent one in my memory.
That's pretty unique.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, now I have to ask you about, we went to a concert recently, we saw Journey in Memphis, and I came back home afterwards, and I'm looking at footage of the show, which is already online before I can even get home. And I actually found myself in the crowd, and I'm like, this is just a whole new thing now. So everything you do on stage, and that includes mistakes and everything, is going to end up online, and people are going to see it over and over again.
Yeah, you just got to figure that that's happening to you at every moment of the day these days. There's not a moment that you're not on camera, I think. And we always joke and say that we're going to go to Google to see what our next record's going to sound like, because it's going to be up there before we actually record it.
That's about true. Now, you guys are coming to, did you realize, the birthplace of Elvis?
The birthplace of Elvis?
Yeah, Tupelo is the birthplace of Elvis. Have you ever done an Elvis cover on stage?
Yeah, we used to cover Suspicious Minds, actually, which kind of, was one of his big songs. Yeah, used to cover that many years ago.
Ooh, so you think you might...
Haven't done it in a long time, though.
Well, while you're here, you got to visit the Elvis birthplace and get a refrigerator magnet, because your trip will not be complete if you do not do that.
I will gladly add one to my collection.
And this show at the Bancorp South Arena is coming up Sunday night, and this is what they're calling a theater show, more of an intimate feel to it. And so I would tell people, if you don't have your tickets now, I would not wait till the last minute to get them, because they're going to be going really fast. So
snatch them up.
Absolutely. And we're so excited about seeing you guys, and I know you're going to put on a great show. I know that because my husband has seen you guys already, and he says y'all are awesome in concert.
That's cool. Yeah. We knock it out, man. I think, once people come to see us, sometimes they get a little surprised at how much more of a rock band we are than some people think. So, yeah, it's fun. It's going to be good.
All right, well, a few seats still left. Goo Goo Dolls, Sunday night at the Bancorp South Arena. And, Robby, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to give us a buzz and chat with us for a few minutes. We'll see you Sunday night.
Absolutely. Great to talk to you, and we'll see you on Sunday.